Hello and welcome back, and we are back at the Barfoot apiary. It has been a couple of days now. This is now the Thursday. Last we were here it was the Sunday, and I did earmark a couple of these hives that needed requeening. Well, our queens have arrived and I'm going to do another quick inspection, and we're kind of thinking that we're going to start taking our honey boxes off probably next week, because we've just gone around some of the oilseed rape fields, and for us down here in the south it's a bit varied. You know, some have already stopped flowering and come out of flower completely, but where we are it bloomed quite late, which kind of worked out really well for us because it allowed our bees to really build in numbers. But it's probably a week away from finishing its flowering period, so yeah, we're just going around and checking what needs to be brought up for next week. But look at that. It is in the evening, but the bees are very congested at the moment over here, which probably means that they've been out all day foraging and now trying to sort themselves out. Now, a couple of them, well, one of them did swarm. Didn't have I haven't got a spare queen for that, so hopefully they would have made a new queen, because I did look in it and there was a queen cell that had hatched, so I'm hoping she might have been mated. But we'll get the smoker lit and we'll go through quickly. As I say, I think it's about 7 o'clock in the evening, so it's still very warm, but I just want to try and get this done because I'm hungry. It's been a long day and I don't fancy spending 3 hours up here again like on Sunday. So let's get this done. Now, this is something you don't see all too often, because normally when you do hive inspections you do it during the day, and the bees have over the course of the day collected all this nectar, and the reason why they're putting it in a deep frame, or the brood frame, in the brood nest, is because it's a lot quicker for the forager bees to come into the hive, dump, literally like offload the nectar, and then go straight back out, and then it will let the nurse bees and all the young bees take care of moving that nectar, which you can see because it's glistening. So you got the brood pattern around there. So during the night the bees will be moving that nectar into these top honey boxes. I just thought that was quite interesting, so we don't see it all too often, but as I say, it is quite late on in the day, so this is a bit like all the bees' hard work. But this is why the colonies seem to think they need to swarm, because they've run out of room. But the moment they move everything up there, the queen will then lay all of them up, because if we look, we have got some more swarm cells there, so we'll just knock them back down, and then we'll start getting to the nitty-gritty of nadiring some deep boxes. So hopefully I'll be able to show you a little bit more in depth how we do that, and adding some queens. Now, this hive here was on a double brood over winter, and we did find the queen a couple of weeks ago, and she is down in this box, you know, 100%. And this box here, this deep box, all the brood is now hatched. They've filled it all completely with nectar. We've only got one shallow box on. Now, if we're looking at extracting or removing the honey supers probably next week, we're going to want to make sure that this nectar is in a box that hasn't been contaminated with any varroa treatments. When I say that, I mean it's within the wax, because for some reason it's okay for the bees to move it from the brood box up to the supers, but when you come to extract it, you can't. I don't know, it doesn't quite make sense to me. So we're going to do something called a nadir, and we did, I think, yeah, we definitely did this last August, I think, August, September, where you put this box at the bottom, you then put a queen excluder on top of that, you then put the brood box with the queen in on top of that queen excluder, and you get another queen excluder, put that on top, and then we'll put the shallow boxes on top of that. And theoretically, the bees absolutely hate having anything below the nest area, like any nectar, so they'll instinctively want to move all of that up. And like I said, it's a full box and we don't really want to lose that. So I'm going to get myself another queen excluder and I'll show you what I mean. I don't quite know where to put the camera for this. Now what we're going to do, we're going to remove this brood box from its position at the moment, whilst hopefully not taking, there we go, the floor with us. Oy, they are heavy. Oh, pop that down there. And then we shall put this, oi, that is really heavy. This deep box slash brood box on the floor of the hive, and this has already got a queen excluder on the top there. Now I know the queen is in here. I'm going to pop this box, it's still incredibly heavy, on top of that, and then we have another queen excluder where we'll place on top there, and then we shall just place this super here. I'm probably going to want to put another super on that because obviously the deep is worth, I don't know, it's probably twice the size of the shallow, so I'll put another super on top of that, and hopefully this is all theoretical, they move everything upstairs. That's the plan. So we'll come back next week and we'll see how it's kind of done. Right, I'm going to put another super on that anyway, because again, I've only done 3 hives and I've been here an hour and a half already. Good. Tell you what, that was a shift and a half. You can probably tell it's getting quite dark now, so I don't think I'm going to be able to finish off all my inspections. It's a bit annoying, but I will put in our queens. Now I know for a fact that this colony here is hopelessly queenless. How do I know that? Because I made sure of it last week, so I shouldn't be seeing anything on these frames apart from, oh, I must have missed, this is why you always check. I thought these were hopelessly queenless, but there are some emergency cells. Always double check. I must have just missed those cells. So I did a bad job last week, look, there's even more. Oh, what a nightmare. You can probably tell I'm trying to get this done fairly quickly. I mean, I am starving. It is coming up to 9 o'clock now, and we are very limited on daylight hours now, or daylight minutes I should say. I mean, it's very hard to look for eggs. I've been using my phone. Good. And the bees are getting very annoyed that I'm going into their hive this late on during the day, because every single bee is back now. They've all come back to the hive, they're not out foraging. Good, okay. All of their frames are completely, definitely 100% queenless. So we've got our queen in the cage here. You might be able to just make out the blue. So you get 2 tabs on here. So we just need to make sure that we open up both tabs, because I think one tab the queen can't get out of. That's 1, that's 2. See that? And then, so I don't have to come back here in 48 hours, get a bit of masking tape Oh no. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm now kind of clean out with masking tape because I'm not taking my gloves off here. No way, Jose. So I'll put some masking tape over, and then we just got to pierce it like so, just so it makes it a little bit easier for the bees to get in. And then we'll just find a nice spot that we can know the queen will be able to get out from. There's a nice, probably a nice looking gap. Ooh, just as you can see them. There we go. Nice looking gap there. And pop her in, like so. And then we shall pop the lid back on. Now this hive is queenless, that hive is queenless, but I don't have any more queens, and that one's queenless as well. But I do have 2 frames that have queen cells on, so I'm going to drop them in, if that makes sense. Right, I'm going to finish off this and then we'll chat afterwards. Oh, and that is us done for the day. Can't do the remaining nukes, which is a bit annoying, so I'm going to have to come back another day. It's honestly, like, I would not be out here at this time of night, but at the moment I've got no choice because we are flat out with farming as well at the moment. So it's all very hectic, and I just don't have a lot of time. I didn't finish work until 6:30 today, and I kind of thought, oh yeah, I'll be able to get around everything. I've taken everything off there. So a quick update then. We have nadired 2 hives. We're planning on pulling the honey boxes probably next week. So we shall be up here again, and we'll kind of count through what boxes are coming back, what we're going to keep on. My thought process is if we take them off slightly early, the bees have still got something to kind of oh, I need to take that. The bees have still got something to forage on and store when it comes to the June gap, which is now fast approaching, believe it or not. You know, I think it's the 1st of May today. So yeah, it is fast approaching. So that's kind of my thought process. The bees still have plenty of forage about to store, so hopefully we don't have to feed too much during the June gap, who knows. And then it will just kind of set them up nicely for the summer flow, which is mad to think that we're already at that time of year nearly. It's so exciting, so exciting. You might be able to pick up frogs if the bees would stop buzzing. Such a nice apiary, this. So lucky. So yeah, like I said, nadired 2, put some queens in, and we shall rendezvous next week. Like I said, weekly updates now. So it'll be from now until probably the end of the season. Oh, it's just so busy. I love it, but it's so busy. Oh, there's another bee fanning. So yeah, put it down in the comments below. Are you struggling to kind of keep up with the bees this year? Because we sure are. It's been one hell of a spring though, isn't it? It's just so peaceful down here. Got a bee truck. That's Stuart's MOT, I think, in the next couple of weeks. I need to get that sorted out as well. So much to do, but wouldn't have it any other way. We are blessed to have the lifestyle we do have. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do hit that subscribe button, and I'll give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it as well. That also helps. You'll probably notice that I've started doing shorts as well. Apparently that helps grow the channel. It's just another thing to add to the ever growing list. But what do you guys think? Are the shorts doing it for you. I know it's like reaching a wider audience, which is exciting. But, you know, is there anything else you guys want to see or know? Do put it in the comments and we shall try and get through it. But I really do need to finish up and go home, because poor old Maddie is sat at home wondering if I'm going to be coming back tonight. But anyway, we'll see you next week. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.